This is William K. Murtaugh, Martin Witness 1. And I want to talk a little bit about exaggeration. Now, Tim Homseth has gone on a bit of a rant recently about exaggerating about things. As I said before, he's exaggerated about the Waterling case and basically downright lied about it. But he's also exaggerated his importance in this little drama that's been going on. He's been propped up as a useful idiot by these group of handlers over this Pentagon pedophile task force. But he's beginning to learn that he's a disposable commodity. That, yes, as long as he writes some useful propaganda, they're going to keep his name in circulation. But other than that, there doesn't seem to be much going on. You know, Timmy's off sponging off his daughter or whatever the heck he's doing. You know, relatively ignored. While people on Facebook are continuing on with their little conspiracy theories. And again, no real mention of Timothy Homseth except in passing. And thus, in order to garner attention, Timothy has to embellish. And how he's embellishing is coming up with these fantastic and wild conspiracy theories. He's once again claiming that people are out to kill him, torture him, or whatever the hell is they're going to do with him. And there are still a relatively few number of people that believe this nonsense. But slowly and surely, day in and day out, Timothy Charles Homseth is starting to get marginalized. Few and fewer people are listening to him. Few and fewer people are reading what he writes. And he's going away. And who knows, by the time he finally does get arrested and gets hauled off to East Grand Forks, Minnesota, and Crookston, Minnesota, people may not even care anymore. And it may not be worth the trip to Northwest Minnesota to cover him because people aren't going to care. I still vow to do it if I'm able to garner the resources to go up there, because it's kind of an interesting tick in the history of social media that someone like Tim Homseth was around for as long as he was, and how his presence came crashing down almost in an instant. This has happened before. It happened to the woman in Atlanta. She went on for years saying that she was powerful and nobody was ever going to bring her down. And with a snap of the finger, she was gone. It was like one day she just up and left. And it's going to be true of Tim Homseth. One day, Tim Homseth is just going to up and leave. We're not going to hear from him. We're not going to talk about him. You know, some of the remnants of Tim will be there in Google searches and BitChute files that nobody pays attention to, and so forth. And there'll be somebody else to argue about, to rant about, to accuse, and other things to do. Because there is an ever-changing history in social media. There's always somebody else come along to pique our interest, get our attention, for good or bad. So we take this one step at a time and see where it goes. The primary focus seems to be on Field McConnell and the federal investigations going on involving the Pentagon pedophile task force and the Children's Crusade and the other activities of this bunch. But this too will wind down, and wind down rather quickly. Because it's like the Game of Thrones or anything else that goes on. These things come to an end. And when they come to an end, the attention fades and people move on to something else. And so we just have to wait to see what that something else is going to be. But in the meantime, I go on with the wonderful, wild, and wacky world of Timothy Charles Holmseth and Bill McConnell. So until then, this is William K. Murtaugh, Mert Witness 1. Have a good one.